A decommissioned B-52H Stratofortress bomber, nicknamed Wise Guy, has been brought back to life and will again serve the U.S. Air Force. The B-52H was restored from the Boneyard and shifted to an operational unit. Viewers may note that the Boneyard, maintained by the 309th Aerospace Maintenance and Regeneration Group, AMARG, is a storage facility which is used for housing decommissioned aircraft. Colonel Robert Burgess, the commander of the 307th Operations Group, 307th Bomb Wing, flew Wise Guy back to Barksdale Air Force Base in Louisiana. Mr. Burgess told reporters, "We're excited about the wing's role in bringing this jet back into service. Its return is a testament to the skill of our airmen in restoring the bomber for regular use in the Air Force." Air Force Vice Chief of Staff General Stephen Wilson stated that the U.S. Air Force isn't going to get any new B-52s, but Air Force Global Strike Command might still take one or two more out of the Boneyard. The bomber will replace the B-52 that crashed in Guam 3 years ago. This will bring the size of the B-52H fleet back to 76, which is the maximum permitted by U.S.-Russia arms control agreements. Wise Guy was first delivered in 1960 and served with the 5th Bomb Wing out of Minot Air Force Base in North Dakota. It was sent to the Boneyard in 2008. Wise Guy is only the second B-52 to ever return from the Boneyard. The other one was a bomber nicknamed Ghost Rider. It was brought back and delivered to the 307th Bomb Wing in 2015. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why the U.S. military is bringing decommissioned B-52H bomber back to life. Let's get started. This video is sponsored by War Thunder. If you are, like us, fascinated by military vehicles and technology, I recommend you give War Thunder a try. It's a military vehicle combat game which you can download and play for free on PC, PlayStation 4, and Xbox One with cross-platform support. It has a huge variety of more than 1,200 playable aircraft, tanks, helicopters, and ships from the 1930s to the 1990s, which you can take to battle on land, in the air, and at sea on more than 80 theaters of war. War Thunder's been kind enough to offer all Defense Updates viewers a special bonus, which will grant you a free premium tank or aircraft and 3 days of premium account time for registering using our link in the description below. So take the plunge and join more than 20 million players from around the world. The Boeing B-52 Stratofortress is an American long-range, subsonic, jet-powered strategic bomber. The B-52 was designed and built by Boeing, which has continued to provide support and upgrades. It's been operated by the United States Air Force since the 1950s. Superior performance at high subsonic speeds and relatively low operating costs have kept the B-52 in service despite the advent of more advanced aircraft, including the variable geometry B-1B Lancer and the stealth B-2 Spirit. After being upgraded between 2013 and 2015, it's supposed to serve into the 2040s. B-52 is powered by Pratt & Whitney turbojet engines. The 8 engines of the B-52 are paired in pods and suspended by 4 pylons beneath the forward of the wing's leading edge. It has a typical combat range of more than 8,800 miles or 14,080 kilometers without aerial refueling. The massive range enables B-52 to take on strategic bombing missions. The powerful engines also enable B-52 to carry up to 70,000 pounds or 32,000 kilograms of weapons, which is significantly higher than 50,000 pounds payload capacity of B-2 Spirit and B-1B bomber. The B-52 is capable of carrying both conventional as well as nuclear weapons. The ability to carry up to 20 AGM-69 SRAM nuclear missiles was added to G and H models starting in 1971. To further improve B-52's offensive capability, U.S. military planners decided to induct a more potent air-launched cruise missile to replace the AGM-69 SRAM. After testing of both the Air Force-backed Boeing AGM-86 and the Navy-backed General Dynamics AGM-109 Tomahawk, the AGM-86B was selected for operation for the B-52. A total of 194 B-52Gs and Hs were modified to carry AGM-86s, carrying 12 missiles on underwing pylons, with 82 B-52Hs further modified to carry another 8 missiles on a rotary launcher fitted in the bomb bay. The AGM-86 is a subsonic air-launched cruise missile. This missile was developed to increase the effectiveness and survivability of the Boeing B-52 bomber, as the missile can be fired from standoff ranges. In combination, the missile dilutes an enemy's forces and complicates air defense of its territory. All variants of the AGM-86 missile are powered by a Williams F-107 turbofan jet engine that propels it at sustained subsonic speeds and can be launched from aircraft at both high and low altitudes. The missile deploys its folded wings, tail services, and engine inlet after launch. Sophisticated guidance makes the missile very accurate. It has a range of 1,100 to 2,400 kilometers depending on variant. This enables the B-52 to launch it far off from the target. As stated earlier, a single B-52 can launch up to 20 of these missiles. Hence, an enemy force could have to counterattack more than one missile at a time, making them very difficult to intercept. The enemy's defenses are further hampered by the missile's small size and low-altitude flight capability, which makes them difficult to detect on radar and intercept. The missile deploys W-80 thermonuclear warhead. The W-80 is a thermonuclear warhead in the U.S. nuke stockpile with a variable yield of between 5 and 150 kilotons of TNT. It's specifically designed to be used by AGM-86 as well as the BGM-109 Tomahawk. It's essentially a modification of the widely deployed B-61 weapon, which forms the basis of most of the current U.S. stockpile. The W-80 is a powerful asset. To give viewers a perspective, here's a comparison. Trinity test in New Mexico in July 1945, which led the world into the nuclear age, had a yield of 20 kilotons. Hiroshima's Little Boy bomb had a yield of 13 to 18 kilotons, whereas Nagasaki's Fat Man bomb had a yield of 20 to 22 kilotons of TNT. Depending on the variant G or H, B-52 will be able to launch 12 or 20 of these W-80 warheads carried by AGM-86 missiles. This means a single aircraft has a destructive capability of 12 times 150. That's 1,800, or 20 times 150, that is 3,000 kilotons of TNT. That's enough to obliterate a huge part of landmass. Though B-52s are old, they still have a role today. Its enormous payload capacity and long range gives the American Air Force tremendous operational flexibility. Though B-52s may not be able to penetrate the airspace if the rival has elaborate air defense, it can still hit targets by launching AGM-86 from well outside the range of enemy's air defense. It's also the only U.S. bomber that can launch nuclear warhead-enabled variant of AGM-86. The U.S. Air Force is now developing the first prototype of the new B-21 Raider bomber. The B-21 Raider is envisaged to be a super stealthy bomber, which will be able to penetrate the most sophisticated air defenses for decades into the future, and be able to take out high-value enemy targets without the rival even knowing it was there in the first place. Though some B-52s will be replaced by Raiders, some will remain active to complement the B-21s going forward, and this will see them operating till 2045. There's also a plan to equip the B-52 with new engines, which could see it operating till 2060, 100 years from its initial deployment.
Thanks for watching. Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and Kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.